Good morning, this is Charlie Antiby. I'm here with the Charlie in the Morning Show. Nice to see everybody. I hope I'm not looking too big. I had 4.5 slices yesterday. 3.5 and then one more for dinner, believe it or not. But all in all, it was a spectacular day. A lot of rain. The grass is green. The flowers are doing beautiful. I took a nice long walk around the garden this morning. I'm going to move fast. I want to use the whole 12 minutes, but we're going to use it wisely. On the birthday report today, Marla Beebe. That's the daughter, the oldest child of Joe and Sheila Beebe. That's all I'm showing for today, the 21st of April. Also, we have this book, 365 Days to Let Go, Daily Insights to Change Your Life. Happens to be a short one today, so I'm going to read it. April 21st. We are not here on earth to change our destiny, but to fulfill it. I'm not even going to expand on that. I'll let you do your own thing with it. There's a lot going on. We do know tonight I have conflicting things to do. I'm a member of the Indoor Gardening Society of the City of New York, as many of you know, and we meet on the fourth Tuesday of every month in Manhattan. I definitely want to be there. I don't want to miss it. I happened to miss last month because of a wedding. At the same time, in the Sephardic Community Center is the meeting about charter schools, which promises to be very exciting. In fact, completely opposite atmospheres to choose from. I asked a friend if she'll blow off the charter school thing and go to the gardening thing, and if she says yes, I'm probably headed to Manhattan. And I guess the viewers will have to let me know how the meeting at the center went. There's stuff going on. There's a New York Magazine cover about... there's stuff. Wall Street Journal articles I read over the weekend. New York Times articles. It's like, for me, I love election time, even if I don't care for either candidate. It just gives me more to read, and I never get bored. When I get in bed at the end of the day with my newspapers, I'm interested. I want to introduce, probably for the third or maybe fourth time on the show, Mr. Hurdle Towel. Hurdle, everybody knows, familiar face in the community. Him and I go back from the mid-'60s, early 60s even. And great personality. He has a terrific combination, a sense of humor and a lot of wisdom that he could share with us, and a beautiful way of expressing himself as well. So that's the whole hat trick. I'm going to turn over the mic. I need a little time off because of my allergies anyways, and we're going to hear him touch upon a number of issues, including a project he's starting up in the Sephardic Community Center that many of us are going to want to know about. Hold on, please. I introduce Mr. Hurdle Towel.
What about the waxing poetic?
Oh, the word report. We asked Hurdle to do the word report for us today because we happen to hit on one that I don't even know how to describe it. And it's not in the dictionary because it's a series of words. So when they say, did you wax poetic, or he waxed poetic, or he'll tell you what context it's used in and what it really means, and we'll all know that from now on. Hold on, please. Thank you.
We'll hold off on the wax poetic for a minute. First of all, I want to thank Charlie for having me on the show again. And it's one of my favorite pastimes is to come visit Charlie in the morning. Even though it's about 12 o'clock at night here, you can't tell when it's morning or night over here. It's that type of atmosphere. But Charlie is one of a kind. God bless him. And I mean that in a complimentary tone. He has a tremendous insight into what's happening in our community. People talk about what's happening in the country. Charlie knows what's happening in our community and how it affects our community. And he's one of these guys that thinks out of the box. When I was doing a lot of drug abuse 10, 15 years ago, I used to have one or two guys going to who, when I look at every one of my disciplines and how to attack a problem, I would go after I'm frustrated and I can't come up with a solution. I go to these guys, whether it be a rabbi or a businessman, garbage man, sanitation, whatever it is. Certain guys I have, when you give them a problem, they twist their heads and they come up with a solution that I never would have thought of, and many times it's the right solution. Getting back to the word wax, the word of the day, wax or waxing poetic. It's basically a negative term. First of all, the word wax by itself means growing. It's like the moon. It wanes, that means it gets smaller, and it waxes means it gets larger. So wax means it's growing or becoming. Becoming is a better word. Poetic, obviously everybody knows what that is, but in the context of somebody using it on somebody or a situation, talking about a person in a column or a newspaper or a TV show, it means negatively he's thinking that you're going for something that's realistic, tangible, something that you could put your hand on, and all of a sudden you're going off on a tangent, more or less like a poet, getting away from the subject, bringing in flowers and things that are not in the context of the conversation. So that's what they mean, waxing poetic. Finish with the word of the day. I'm here, I'm wearing two hats today. You can't see because the second hat is going to be something else that's under this hat, you know. Sometimes I wear three hats, a yarmulke under both hats, but today it's only going to be two hats. I'm talking about a very serious subject. Many of you know that I help a lot of people networking for jobs and for helping in business. And obviously we're all aware of the crisis in the country and basically